Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder. It's our First NBC Bank Weekend Preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank with 35 locations throughout Southeast Louisiana and into the Florida Panhandle. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. The Run for the Roses, 20 horses, a lot of Louisiana influence, not just, the horses that everybody's talking about, the Benson stable of Tom's Ready, Motom, but also the DeSormo family. Asmussen has horses in this race. Obviously, there's a lot of ties that bind to New Orleans here and to Louisiana, Lenny.
There is. And, look, let me tell you, if it weren't for the Bensons running their two horses, and it's remarkable what they have done in a short period of time with their stable to get to this point. And, it involves a lot of luck. It really does. But I think if Exaggerator wins the Derby, the DeSormo story is great. It would be Kent's fourth Kentucky Derby win, riding for his brother Keith, who has really helped get him back on the straight and narrow as Kent gets into the twilight of his career. And he's a Hall of Fame jockey. He's, already. And, that would be a tremendous story. Obviously, like I say, a lot of the focus will be on the Bensons. It's going to take, you got, with Motom, who's probably the more accomplished of the two horses, it's going to take the perfect trip. And when you're dealing with a 20-horse field, that can be very tough to get. But one thing Corey Lanerie will do, a lot like what Calvin Burrell, when he used to dominate at Churchill and they called him Bo Rail, is get right on the fence, and that's where everything tends to drift away from. And if he's got a chance to make the shortest path around, maybe he can, pull a bit of an upset. He's not going to get a great price. He's one of those what you call wise guy horses as you handicap this race. And Nyquist is the deserved favorite as well. So it's always fun to watch. They don't call it the greatest 2 minutes in sports for nothing. It will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. Nyquist, Gunrunner, certainly near the top as well. And let's hope the local horses can make an impact. It can happen. Stay tuned. We'll see. College baseball, LSU at home against Arkansas. UNO hitting the road to Abilene Christian. Tulane with an important series as well. SLU an important series with Lamar. All these teams still in pretty good consideration to make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, who would have thought that maybe the two most important series that we're talking about in college baseball over the next 2 weekends in Louisiana involve Southeastern going to Lamar and then next weekend UL Lafayette going to South Alabama. But those series are very significant. All four of those teams can get in. Some of the projections have Lamar getting in as an at-large. Southeastern has been a wire-to-wire leader thus far in the Southland. This is a big series for them. If they can go get 2 out of 3 in Beaumont, I think they put themselves in a position that if they happen to slip up in the tournament, and assuming they finish off as they should in league play, they may be in a position to get that at large.
High school baseball, the playoffs continue, quarterfinals, and, of course, we're a big part of it at SportsNOLA.com. Also, WGSO Radio, 990 AM. And it all starts tonight in Baton Rouge. Jesuit and Catholic, the 5th seed, the 4th seed, and 5A, two of the great powers in the state. 6 p.m., you can watch it live at SportsNOLA.com. And then on Saturday, you can watch the 2nd seed, St. Charles Catholic in Class 2A against the 7th seed Holy Savior Menard, beginning at noon with Game 2 of that best-of-3 series. Game 3, if necessary, will follow. And then for all you Jesuit fans, you can listen to the Jesuit Catholic games on Saturday on WGSO 990 AM beginning at 2 p.m. Game 3 to follow if necessary. So we've got you covered.
We do, and no better place to be than right here at SportsNOLA.com to keep up with it all. On the road to Sulphur, let's see how many New Orleans area teams can actually punch their tickets into the semifinals.
That's going to be fun to find out what transpires. Obviously, we have Lutcher, we have Franklinton, we have Riverside, St. Thomas Aquinas as well. Alive, you can read my preview story at SportsNOLA.com of all of those schools as they get ready for their quarterfinal appearances. It should be fun. Sulphur beckons the following week and hopefully good weather.
Yeah, let's hope so. We'll take what we're getting this weekend as opposed to last weekend. We're done talking about weather, I think, for now, and all of the impact that it had on the action last weekend. It's going to be a perfect weekend for baseball this weekend for sure.
All your recruiting news at SportsNOLA.com, of course, and many other good features there, too. So a whole bunch to check out if you go to SportsNOLA.com.
No question, including the breaking news from Thursday that has been in the works for several months now. There will be high school football at Zephyr Field, or as I mentioned, what's it going to be called after the baseball season? Because if they're not going to be the Zephyrs, it's not going to be Zephyr Field anymore, is it? So the Shrine on Airline, or whatever, is going to host some high school football this fall. And I like this. I think that's really good for high school football.
I do, too. Look forward to it. We'll see. Lenny, have a great weekend.
All right, we'll see you Monday.
That's our First NBC Bank weekend preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank, with 35 locations throughout the New Orleans area and beyond. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. For Lenny, I'm Kenny. Have a great weekend, and God bless you.